Okay. It's time for another round of Great Ace. Ooh, oh, I'm cracked there so hard. Oh, that's fine. Time for another round of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. The first game. Adventures? What is that? It's called Adventures. I never knew they even had subtitles or like actual like titles. And I guess we're starting case 2. I think it's like 5 in this game. A ship.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern.
He was the Watson. Oh man, they killed off Watson.
Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band.
Wasn't that a snake?
This is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson.
Yeah. I remember that book.
Bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
I haven't read those books ever. God. I have a couple of them somewhere digitally.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
Okay.
This
Okay.
was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is
Yeah,
paper.
come on now. Feels like this paper.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Is that the detective guy?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Okay. What the fuck? What the? Help! Help me! Yes, he finally woken up. Try to catch you catching the border. You woke up now, We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I cannot believe how you could not wake up. You're a true man. You found me then. Found you. Now you pay. Criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Sato. Wait. What did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Pretend you do not know. You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in this very cabin. God damn it, he was a nice dude. That was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. No. No! Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? Really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. Thought I was gonna die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. Really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Must you look even less of a man than you look. Damn! Hey, honestly, I thought I had broken every bone in my body. Well, about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. If you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Hope not. I get the feeling those Russian wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful traditional assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she would be done, that would make her guilty by association. True. Best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, about the time that the steward is supposed to come in the cabin. No, it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. Be for long. Anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it would be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't I write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. How are you gonna feed this guy? Why is that guy getting food for 2? I've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We're supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Well, that's not happening now, Sonny. Leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Da, you said before, you said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Sato-san, please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too. I can't look around? Okay. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? This is the second time you're considered to be the guilty party? Damn, son. Twice in a row. They found him. The cabin was locked from the side. Oh, there's a grate, like, right on the top left. They could have gotten out that way, right? What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. But do you have some other explanation? How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Sato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. What? The ship's doctors examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. Can anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but he would always wake before dawn and do training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin and I have every day so far in this voyage. But this morning he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. Crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, it was Kazuma-san collapsed on the floor. I don't know, maybe he had a heart attack. I had no idea anything that had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Why are you even on board this ship now, Horo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have been occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. I actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why did you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to welcome me to England with you? An idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? You ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that. I didn't think you were serious. I have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is a spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Well, then your children and your children's children could become lawyers. Or perhaps a descendant of yours could become a lawyer. A very good lawyer who is always right. Kazuma-sama is... He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. Susato-san? I was thought that we kept it a secret from you. By stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. We've cleared that up. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat just like he always did. Then I got myself into that wardrobe over there just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. I mean, that kind of makes sense. If you're on a ship, like, a ship's kind of, like, noisy and has, like, floor creaks and all this other stuff, and, like, the crew is around making noise, and, like, you gotta learn how to sleep in that environment. And if you're there for, like, 15 days, at some point, you start to drown out the noise around you, so it's possible you didn't even hear jack shit. Maybe he's just a heavy sleeper. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. Sal-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. Believe me! You have to believe me! Stuff like Rush Hour or something? I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. How about you let me investigate the crime scene? Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. You can't allow that to happen. Sorry. Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. Now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what am I supposed to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna have... Yeah. Did you just throw me? What the? That was a Susato takedown. A Susato what? I'm I'm gonna need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Yes, you're innocent. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah. Do I even got jack shit on me? Remnants of the group we uses the wardrobe door. So it wasn't public clue, of course, having that with us. So I pulverized some rice into a paste instead. But to a story like me, every single grain of rice represents precious ration. That's why I spread it as thinly as I possibly could. Couldn't bear to waste any. Damn, that's insane. What does it say? Ake... Rena? Ake... Let's see, let me try something. Romaji to Katakana. Okay. Okay. I went the opposite way. Can I get it? Oh, here we go. Okay, is it okay? Ooh. Nah. Oh fuck! I was right. But yeah, that's nah. That's a nah. Akaruna. But I'll never forget how Kazuma reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that? He said. This sign could stop me if I can't, but I can't read. Still, I was sure people would get the idea even if they couldn't read it. So we used it anyway. And it worked. I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors.
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah, yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, then that would mean that the wouldn't be on the door because he would be dead at the point and wouldn't have had the chance to put him on the door. I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, hold on. You could put it on half of the door of one of the doors, like on the edge, and then when you're closing it, just line it up so it goes onto the other side of the door. But even then, it wouldn't be sealed well enough, though. Yeah, it'll work. This works. Well, even if you're sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Sato-san. Now, perhaps you could help me up? Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. Do you finally believe me? Sorry. No. What? Not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What? But now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you. Make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Alrighty. I was just react to this. No one's gonna react to the badge? The attorney's badge? Are you kidding me? Okay. Left to right. Left to right. There we go. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Excuse me. But this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Oh! Yes, it would appear too. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it would be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. Suppose. Maybe that's it. Okay. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to go around properly. What the heck? I got a phone call? Okay, alright. It was nothing. It was weird. I was a little everyone was like calls that just like a robocall or one that what I like to do is a very handy tip for anyone. If you have a suspicious call and you're not sure about it, what you do is don't go answering going hello, hello, you know. You just pick up, put yourself on mute, and then just let it go. Just put on a speaker even. And put yourself on mute and just wait to see if they respond or say anything first. You know, if they don't say anything, then that's suspicious. That's what I like to think. Alright. Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? I'm sure you're careful to look at all around. Yeah, okay, you're teaching me about shit. Okay, that I already know. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. I thought this was important stuff. It was just you teaching me how to play the game. When I already when I already showed off whatever. That was interesting. Oh wow, there's a little check mark. Cool. Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. Damn! Oh no, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. With my headset around, my earphones around, headphones around. Jeez. How they feel uneven. Or maybe it's just I'm realizing now that my ears can't hear the same. Ah, that's great. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time now, Horo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting for your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. I could have stopped it if I wasn't hiding in a wardrobe. Nice going, you and Kazuma. I mean, me and Kazuma. No. Sadly not. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Looks as though the last entry is incomplete. So maybe he was writing, and in the middle of writing, he got up because there's a knock on the door, and then someone came in, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he died. Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Yeah. That's out of the question. What? Cosmo-san may have departed from this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? Alright. I won't read it. Poor Kazuma-sama. It's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, carries a lot of memories. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says this way up in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over. Then I was tossed on the floor in here. Man, I would throw the fuck up if that happened to me. Oh dear, being a story isn't as romantic as it sounds. Books! Books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. What's this? Statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked, everything mown down at once. I wonder if this was an attempted thievery? Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. And perhaps it was you now, Horo-san, in a fit of rage. Wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. I bet you they do. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. Don't like to be a mess. Interesting. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. Yeah. Essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Oh, someone's gonna have an animal. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, you're saying that I was the pet? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Oh my god. I can't decide. Let's do not. We'll do this. Oh, what do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Glass is such a beautiful color. Looks like a cute little Netscape fastener from a kimono outfit. And a mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? Has a sort of like brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It's the color of brick, isn't it? Let's do this stuff. I wasn't gonna wait for the end, but I want to have to come back this way. Did Cosmo write that before he died? Looks like it's written in ink. Must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Okay, first off, like every single dying message in this damn game, there are two things that could happen here. One, there was no dying message at all and this person wrote something. Two, the victim wrote something, died, and the murderer was like, not about that, and then wrote more to cover up the true message. So I'm thinking it's more the latter. My thing is, what it possibly could be. I. The triangle is weird. Like they're saying, oh, it's Russian, but like I don't think it is. I think it's English. Upside down. Yeah. Oh, if you check out the horizontal line in the triangle and flip it upside down, you get a V. So G-O-D, was that an E before? No, that can't be. I don't think they erased anything. They probably only added things. So G-O-D something. B D B I? Or was it I? B I? Gadivi? God? Or was it this way? It was it the front way forward? Where something actually is an A. Like IA. I. There's no way you were trying to make an A there. Maybe that's like the false one. It's like a whole entire triangle is completely false. And then E, P, O. I don't know. Maybe that was supposed to be a B and you never finished it. I mean, it's obviously something because there's something on the right side. Like it was something was supposed to be written there, but it wasn't able to be finished in time, or I don't know, someone fucked up. Yeah, something's going on here. I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. So basically what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go through every single person that we're gonna meet in this case, and then we're gonna have to compare those names to what this evidence is. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. Almost unbearable to imagine it. Sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. What the fuck? Fucking jump scare? Oh, how did he... This fucking angle, I've never seen this angle in an Ace Attorney game. Where it's like someone over in the corner like this, and then someone in the foreground right here being like, what the fuck is that guy doing? You've noticed the man, too, have you? I have no idea who he is, or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Now, Horo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. This guy sounds like he's... This Sholmes seems a little, eccentric. Well, in that case, simply must talk with him. By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. Press... Okay. Alright, then I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. We done here? Done here. Done here. Done here. I guess... Alright. Excuse me? Pardon me? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Excusez-moi? Pardonnez-moi? Shh. This is critical part, wait. My investigation. Was it like... Hmm. Uh, ooh. Uh. How did you say it? Oh, Sumima's. Oh god, how did I forget Sumima's-san? Maybe I should leave him alone. Seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be the best. Okay. Oh, jeez. Greetings. Oh, god. Greetings. I hope I haven't kept you long. Kept you waiting, huh? What exactly were you doing at Kazuma's desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You. I've been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, he's an idiot! They made the Sherlock Holmes an idiot! Sorry? What? And now, when venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh! But how... How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really the most elementary deduction. Hardly worth explaining. Why would we have been in Afghanistan? Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia being, as you are a merciless revolutionary. Okay, no, yeah, he doesn't have jack squat of evidence. Alright. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. Wrong video game. It's FF14, not this. And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabinet discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Bullshit. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. In your head. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Well, At least I got a bunch of Sherlock Holmes games I can play later. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Western assassin with 16 victims to his name? Is she gonna look at me? Oh my god. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you were plotting a revolution too. Shameful behavior now, Horo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, give me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but I was not. Was I not right? Whilst adventuring towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ah, there you have it, you see. What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, the ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you can call it deduction. More plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, and announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Oh boy. I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I'm none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women all the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Sholmes. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Sholmes. The very same, the inimitable actual Sherlock Sholmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Now, Horo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What? He is the most famous? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Alrighty. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Sherlock, was it? No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. All about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rand's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. So, you are the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Wait. Indeed I am. Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in a magazine. You have a biographer? Do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. By this very moment, I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in the subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All of these things are data. Right. The trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. Ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. I guess. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. When I became anxious about Cosmo-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open. I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Sholmes was on board, and the handcuffs seemed to have an excellent fit for Naohodo. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? Two facts, you say? Okay. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please, what two facts were apparent to you when you came to the cabin this morning? Yes. First, let's be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand. But what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with the acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes, where do you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying meshes left by the victim on the floor. If this is someone's first game, if they've ever seen watched a fucking, Detective Conan, or, I don't know, played any other Ace Attorney game that talked about the dying message stuff that we just talked about earlier about it being manipulated, maybe, yeah, you'd believe that. And maybe the victim is actually Russian. Just like the killer. Maybe the killer actually is Russian, but I'm not buying it for a second. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Okay. Okay, but... Okay. This makes this a little bit harder. Oh, maybe that was an F instead of a whatever that thing is at the end. If that was an F, that's a P or F, and that's an E. But no, that makes no sense. What word could it be? What word ends with F? Oof? Nah. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. No, he was not Russian. Was he? Initially, I considered Garderob maybe the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps. But in the interest of the thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. Because he's making things up. I had no idea Detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered before the body was removed. Oh, this sucks. Seeing your like best friend's dead body. Looks over at a fucking Apollo. Oh, you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that. Yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? That's interesting. I can't read that. Certainly, if it interests you. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean? Now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in? Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, that merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. I think I am what, Jack the Ripper? Yes, the more sordid detail was a fairly common deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. And headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Vessel made a port call to Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary, one who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Bolshevik. No, how could it be me? I don't look anything like this man, just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. What? Okay. Please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? I thought this guy was gonna be smart when I started this game. Oh. No, it's okay, it's okay. Glass half full. Maybe by the end of this game, he's gonna turn out to be like the saving grace or something, and we'll look back at this moment and we'll laugh, being like, I remember when he was an idiot, but now he's fucking cool. Yeah, that'll happen. Let me get some more copium to huff up. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Yes. The journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man had perpetrated thus far and those he plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There could be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. It's in could you get to no, we were in Shanghai. Wait, no, hold on. We're in Japan. We're in Shanghai. Went to Shanghai. To go to Afghanistan would be after that. And then you'd hit Britain, because you had to go around Africa, get to Britain. Yeah. Well, depending if you're going that way. I think you're going that way. I need to see their ship route. Here, take the paper for yourself. A little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages. I see no rubbish bin nearby. At least he doesn't litter. I got an A for effort for that, at least. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you. You may need someone to interpret. Hold on. Interesting. Okay. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? Suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Ah. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must have been an unbelievable sum of money. Tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. Oh boy. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Neither am I! Tell me a story, because that was a fucking hot topic. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma, ah yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful, anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. Okay. See that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Sasato-san, aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? What the fuck? Oh, so me, his best friend, can't read his diary, but this guy could waltz in and read his diary and it's perfectly fine? Oh, come on! Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonged to the victim, and I can translate better than you can. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray, be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, Mikado, Nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. Oh boy. But this diary was littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, come! I'm much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. First reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? The very deep waters. Wait, go on. Second sentence. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band dangling from the ventilator grill. Okay, so it's not going to be a snake necessarily, right? Because they already teased the snake at the beginning, but that sounds like that would just be a red herring. Speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. Ventilator grill, you say? Oh god, it may have been actually a snake. The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects the adjoining cabin. You take a snake, put the snake in the grate, the snake goes through, he hears the snake bites him, he falls over, he dies. The reason we don't know about that is because we don't have the autopsy yet. No, that makes no sense, because then the snake would still be in the room and we'd find the snake in the room, presumably. Also, it's not a foolproof plan if you're trying to kill somebody. Well, I guess we'll keep for now. That'd be our first theory for the day. For the case, we'll say. We'll call it the snake theory. I highly doubt it. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I'm still too long, the secret sickness is told. Oh, suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation, crave mental exhaltation. Exaltation, I'll say. So yes, I tend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we can go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? Because you're suspected of being the murderer. A simple glance at your wrist would reveal the answer. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. What? You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. No, he said prime suspect. He didn't say culprit. Dear me, you're clearly misguided. I would never have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. I did hear you say that too. You quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. What? No, he said... You're the prime suspect. Yeah, you didn't say culprit, just the prime suspect. Technically, he's not wrong in terms of semantics. He is the prime suspect, but doesn't mean he's the culprit necessarily. No, he's just the most likely. But Sholmes is saying you don't like a killer. I mean, yeah, okay. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. You are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Hodo-san, what are you just standing there for? Hmm? Must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Why did you throw me? After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're going to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate? I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. Ready? We still have some places to investigate here. That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Yeah, But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. He didn't touch it. This meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? Oh, that sucks. It's just too horrible. Someone would have killed me. At least I want them to do the, the decency to let me have a good meal beforehand. Someone wants to die in an empty stomach. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So then perhaps all responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No. Were you drugged? That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on the ship. I suppose that just shows how important it was to him. Do we get his sword? That'd be neat. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart. Yet you really look at those characters without feeling shame and knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on the ship? Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Pass, well, on the door, and then we'll talk to the guy. When I went for help, the crewman forced the door open. The boat had been firmly closed. It's quite a small boat and not particularly sturdy. It just slides across the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in and out of the cabin, that's for sure. Locked room mystery. One of the cornerstones or cornerstones of temples. The word looking for? Yeah, of the mystery genre. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and a thread to draw bolt access from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There'd be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. Oh, look over there. Boo Man, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't we try talking to him? I'll talk to this guy first. Excuse me? What? I was wondering if I can ask you a favor. Would you mind if I investigate a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking prison guard to help him escape? Very funny. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Yet. You stay in this cabin until next port, and it's up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay. Alright. So we're going from Shanghai to Hong Kong. Okay, oh wow, yeah, we definitely have a long trip still ahead of us. Something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no, it's just that human standing by the door. I can't help feeling I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes? What can I do for you? Is he undercover again? Wow. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and aboard this ship. You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I hope every case has this guy as some undercover thing. Come on. Inspector, can I show you this? What the? The fabled Imperial Humane University pin badge? I'm not sure if it's really fabled exactly, but... So, you're a genuine student then. Sorry? Nothing like me with my regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you were trying to say? Can I have my badge back, please? Okay. No. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes. Why are you dressed as a member of the crew? It all started when I was born. So sorry. Can I tell us? Can I divulge? This is all my fault. Take full responsibility. For what? My orders were act as Asoki-san's bodyguard. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asoki-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How? How could that even be a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. Unprecedented, even. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. When is there not a tension between all the world's greatest powers? Come on now. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asoki-san the a visible security escort. Why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. Did he know? Did Kazuma know that he had a bodyguard? I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we were on board, from morning till night every day. But I never imagined it would happen here inside his own cabin, not here on the first-class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asoki-san is dead as a result. A disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Spectre. So if there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not. We'd like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. Sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. Yeah, okay, that's understandable. You moved to even touch the handle of the cabin door. That stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how... There may be a way. What? Really? That's news to me. Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san, by presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? Just the same as when you were in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Okay, well, that's instructions. Alright, yes. I think I might know what we use. This will make it so that it proves that maybe I didn't do it, but that doesn't mean that we should investigate the next room. This won't do that as well. Both of these are about stowaways that also could be on the ship. But this... What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? What way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. What I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin. That's right, so if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. Can't leave this cabin at the moment. Stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against direct orders? No, he said to stay and make sure the crime scene was okay. He didn't say to watch over us. I'm man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asoki-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then. No, Horo-san. Just let... Nah, okay, we got that. Let's get the hell out of here. Is that a mouse trap? I have to admit, it's not quite what I was expecting. Less spacious out here than I thought it would be. This is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being set on the study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in the steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch. He looks enormous, even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. Suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. Suppose... Now, Horo-san, the little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Yes, I know, but the thing is, I've not left the damn room. I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It's a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Okay. Oh. Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back in hand. So they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called. Cheese. Made from milk of cows. Oh, I guess, yeah, Japan doesn't really have a cheese culture. It's still... no, it doesn't really. You know, it's you know, cheese is something that's more of an import. I mean, they have cows, they can make cheese, but like, it's... I don't think they were making cheese originally. Cheese, grommet! You can't eat it now, Horo-san. The trap will snap off, shut on your fingers. Really? But... suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftover. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Boy, you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Get you a little Lunchable, maybe? I don't know, some bagel bites. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, Kazuma-sama. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest of the ship. My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way. 500 and... How many cabins are there? What do you think this is? This is a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. Probably best to avoid touch it. It's probably best to not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. Looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship. Brings the vessel to a complete stop. Holy shit! Oh, does I have to... Whoa! What are you doing now, Horo-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. Yeah, they'd throw you overboard. I wish everything would just stop, this ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. This is it. The cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, would you like some cheese? Excuse me, we, need to get inside this cabin here. The sailor's eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out. That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Doesn't look like he's gonna let us pass. Problem. Looks like a plan to the Bureau. It shows each deck. Look. Bureau is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually. But how is that such a large... how such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple now, Horo-san. It is? Well, considering the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan? Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than the ship. They don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea ever since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. Yeah, that's a like a very rudimentary way of thinking about it, but it works. That's a huge book on the top of the table here. There's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Wait, why is the ship's log just in the fucking... Oh, in the hallway? Can we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment now, Horo-san, to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Is that not evidence? Oh, okay. That's the way to the second-class area of the ship. Something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman will surely shoot you dead. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started it with my talk of running away. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? Is that a tan? Or was that just your skin? Either way, I mean, it's okay. I'm just asking. You little stowaway murderer? That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Taylor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid? Damn! Oh. To have caught this sailor on a bad day, Sato-san. I'm not a sailor. My mother gave me a name. I am senior crewman Big Stroganoff. beef stroganoff? Like the food? Okay. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area. Here we are at the finest part of Beria steamship. A very important person. What sort of very important person? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret. Many important person. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean. Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering. Is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Da. Style-san, did you understand that? Did you say da? Is that what that was? It sounded like da. Okay, we'll go with that. I think it's probably Russian. Yes. Or no? Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes. Tantalizing. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asoki's? His name is Mr. Grimsley Royalote? Grimsley Royalote. Wait a sec. Didn't Porlock Sholmes, be hard to say like that. Didn't Sholmes say something about the name looking like a Roy Grimsley? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with the murder of Boy. You can be so sure about that. Ooh. Where did you get Roy Grimsley from? What the fuck are you reading that got that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. A man would have no interest in lowly student from significant Far East Islands. Man, this game is racist. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. That's a good point. But presumably, since the gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Ah, all the time. Criminals like you cannot come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about Student Boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. Did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Sato-san, do you understand that? It was clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. Was it Niet? Is that what you're saying? And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry. enough. Not say more now. Oh, it's time for me to report to Captain. Must return to Captain. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly. Shall we? Definitely. Okay. This is it. The cabinet cars. One the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled van emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Hello? Anyone in there? Anyone? No answer. Out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiry. How annoying. Ah, what? What was that? The high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down. Mr. Sholmes! I shan't be stopped. The fit is on me. I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. These fucking goobers. Who are you? We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. Someone look at. Oh, come on, this is easy. 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 This old man, people think it's gonna be this guy. But no. It's gonna be her in disguise. Come on. Come on. Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsley Roylord, I believe. Yes, that's me. You are? I'm the one and only, the extra Sherlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt? No. I'm a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. A detective? Not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Why, did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Leave, now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. Couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Let's have a talk. Mr. Warlett, we'd like to talk to you about something. No. Oh, I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now. Okay, so we can't get any information out of him yet. Okay. Is he just chilling in here? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? He'd only address me as Sholmes. That's... Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our voyage from the confines of the wardrobe while I was waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh. It would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Why have I feel like I've heard that line before? Am I mistaken? Well, observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Royler, is clearly trying to hide something. You know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russian. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. He's gonna say something that's completely off the mark, isn't it? Well then, what you're about to see may well astound you. Well, I'm about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me, is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you or anyone. That's right, Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it's a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. I may have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. Oh my god, is he? No, there's no way. There's no way he's gonna say what I was thinking. There's no way I'm on the same wavelength as this dude. Ain't no way. Could be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Royler, I've reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What? What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh. Number two, other conclusion I have drawn, you are, this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervousness, tension as you realize you've been discovered. Does it not? Now, Hodo-san, I've never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. A single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? Oh, yes. I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, and now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. It's like a dream come true. How? How could you... How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Because I am Sherlock Sholmes. Very well then, I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it is that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So I cordially invite you to embark on I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work together. Work through my deductions together. Let's go! An actual fucking gameplay moment! So, the dubious looking Russian, the Warlord, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. The enormous pair of seals in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? Answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sprout before it. Now, moving on. Question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Warlord? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on this matter. Guard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, particularly the fascinating front page article. Which, it would appear, you have also read, Mr. Warlord. It needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about your revolutionary. Nope. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. As I've heard of myself, you understand. Okay. Alright, so I was right. I was right. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Warlord. Taken unawares, people have propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. I assure you that eyes speak so much more eloquently, honestly, than the mouth. Answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. There's a snake in there. Come on. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, the traveling case. It is. Wait, hold on. Why do you put a question mark over there? It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein? Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited into a life of crime, are we? Your careless coop do. What is that? Okay, word of the day? Or guess 2 words of the day or 1 word of the day? Coop doolel or whatever it's saying. How do you say that? Coop D. Oh no. Udaye. Cool D. How do I pronounce that? A glance that takes in a comprehensive view. Huh. Interesting. That is our word of the day. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. No. But there's another most stimulating article. If you turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovitz Ballet disappears from Shanghai. As a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. According to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Lemetsky. Sato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know? But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, come over here for a moment. Great, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Do you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's a newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier. At the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. No! In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Warlot does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina, indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. At just a first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child in that case, even if you push real hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? How old are we? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from that case. Oh, it doesn't even. Oh, I'm assuming we're 23. 34? He looks younger than this guy. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain lethalness in their bodies. Vinegar? Versus a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deduction now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seem a little off. The idea of a little may be a little of itself, Sato. Just one or two key words and introductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some key words and introduction. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that I was going through my own mind. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Ah ha 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 ha. So the one laugh I'm doing. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrist. My wrist? What? When? Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried, in fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction, that's a nice way of putting it. Okay. Okay. How does this work? Okay. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. Sit quite right with me, though. Seem to be sitting right with Mr. Boiler either. Let's try to switch a keyword here now, Hodo-san. See if it helps. Matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at the Mr. Boiler. I wonder if it's really his beard that he tended to use shears on. Exactly. We do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Sholmes' seduction better. Then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands now, Hodo-san. Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we can even use to switch around that last sentence. What exactly Mr. Warlick really was going to use the no shears for? Oh, I see. Locks. Oh, okay. It's my theory. What the? What's this? Looks like the cascade of stunning golden locks. No. The color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Warlord's head? How's it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? But yes, that's true. So it's suddenly beautiful and suddenly surprising. Gee, I wonder who it could be. Gee, I wonder.
Yes!
Nice. You on the verge of using the shear to cut away the golden locks you report. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Yeah, okay. This lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman. And judging from the length and sheen of your hair, well, okay, now you're gonna have long golden locks and be a dude, but you know, this is like what, like the 19th century or whatever? Alright. One still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begs is this: why would you desire to get rid of yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shine light on this matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Nope. But that was a shock. I had no idea that old man was a young woman in disguise. Did you? Yes. Yes, I did. What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise. Now, Hodo-san, you're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room, deducing the facts from Sholmes. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not... Okay. Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' seduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true. Given that Mr. Warlord is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. Oh, are they really handing this information, aren't they? All right, I'll do my best.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. Why did I say it like that? Ballerina? Ballerina. That's right. You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina, the Novovitz Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovitz Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Still not taking off the hat. You're right. Her real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Alright, first part done. Easy peasy. Next part. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing the most grievous crime. The proof of this crime over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. Okay, we went over this before. Oh! Oh! Oh. It's not the case. It's the wine. She was gonna drink and she's 15. The woman is the ballerina and she's right in front of her eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. Seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime scene? What was the crime this young woman was apparently committing? You seem to feel pleased, Naruhodo-san. You like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must have been something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Oh. Oh, that'll work. Wow, this dazzling tiara. Never seen anything like it. Are these real diamonds, do you think? Oh, now Hodo-san, try it on. What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Oh, I guess it's that then?
Yes!
I thought that'd be the wine thing, but that works too. So I'll consider myself wrong for that. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara was worn on stage by dancers in the Novovitz Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. If the reporting is to be believed, it is an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me. Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours and are present. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless scoop-doo will betray choices before. What? He's completely changed tack with introduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought up the bookshelf into all this? It's a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely why this young woman doesn't want to open her case, but have written a book that doesn't belong to her. Yes, that's true. Still, Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open the case. That must be somewhere in the same area if that's where the gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree. That's the answer. Oh, okay, I know what it is. Alright. There we go.
Yes!
No pets. No pets allowed. Thing is moving. It's an animal. It's a pet. You're scared about that. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in the cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside the case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage in this vessel. Oh, there's a question mark at the end of there. Damn it! That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. Alright, what animal is it? As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item could move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet. Limit to me, my dear. Wilson? Wilson? Where are you, Wilson? You're dead? Oh, well, limit to my dear Naruhodo. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, not Grimsby Boilo. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. Oh boy. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable ticking of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disguise myself? So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. Looking even more suspicious than before. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper where on the page there was a picture of me. I was so frightened I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fast as possible. I put the scissors in my hand, and at that precise moment, we walked into the annoyingly unlocked top cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that, from time to time. There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? And does it resemble a speckled band? You are right. It's my dear friend inside, my only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. Captain finds out. If you say it to any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you muster about the events of last night. Yes, alright. I will tell you. But Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. So he's not completely an idiot. He's got the means to be a good detective. He's just making the wrong. His elements of observation are pretty good, but his observation fails at some points, and the logic that he makes with said observations is pretty flawed. But if you rough him out, he can be pretty good. You can, if you smooth out his deductionness, his deduction power, he's gonna be a really good detective. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrist. My... God damn it! Your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you now, Hodo. Sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Understandable. Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Mr. Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary was. We're gonna save here. Went to the bathroom, but then we'll continue. Okay, we're back. Buzz haven't even given me like a to be continued part yet. Like, oh my gosh. Let's talk with the. Oh, let's examine stuff first. Let me see. Don't touch. Hmm. I will tell you what I know about last night. Please, must not touch my things. How do you say forbid it? Oh, sorry. As well you should be, young man. What vulgar manners you have. Poking around a young lady's private belongings? Neither shall I allow it. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died was a friend of mine. Oh, that's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest? Perhaps its steam engine exploded? Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened? Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. What do you mean by I don't know? I'm sorry, but all I can think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. You've run away from your ballet company, have you? The Novovitz Ballet? Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain. From there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. Okay, but that earring that you have could also be sold for money, right? Novovitz Ballet gives us only a little bit of food and water. We must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. Wait, do they know? They let me come on board. They said I could hide in this cabin. That is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova. It creates a most interesting conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Nauhood? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. We should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. A riddle me this, Batman? According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, Yesasburia stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you came to be on board? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. Interesting. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. angel descended from the heavens in grace and stage. Sorry, what was that? Is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. Okay. And that is how I came here, too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel. English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Sholmes once said, I can never resist the touch of the dramatic. Since Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement. For the adventures of Holak Sholmes, that. Okay. The friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the passage. Oh please, don't tell any of the crew. They found my precious. Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. What sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? Is it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Oh my god, is it actually a damn snake? Ah, you credit Russia as a land of small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? May well ask. I have no idea. He looks so confident to be wrong. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you eat your friends. I'll remember that. Well, here this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. Guessing this is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. It's like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? I don't understand. Strange, isn't it? The ventilator he mentioned joins this cabin use. That's why we're over here. It's up there on the wall. Other words, the cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything. Oh. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Warlock. Yes? What? Wow, she's fast. Holy shit. Captain would like to speak with you. Must come to Captain's quarters at once. Please. Alright. I'll come now. What? Must leave. Now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Warlock. Get out. Passenger said out. Or do you want me to throw you out? What a pity. Oh, there's a to be continued. Wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. Wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. Didn't manage to investigate at all. I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. Never get past that sailor guarding the door. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, completely disappeared. Why did he do that? That door leads to the second class area. Locked. Can't open it. Oh, well, that's it. No one wants to let the murderer escape. A book on top of the table there, huge. The pen with it, too. Yes, I'm sure that's the log. So we have a little... Wait. Writing is so neat, but... Okay, we said this. Like they're still investigating it. I don't think we've gotten anything. Yes, that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosanaka is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruto-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Dude, no! Ah, you're back. Inspector, what happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. It's only a flesh wound. I told the captain I'd given you permission to investigate. He told me he'd palm me with his fist and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it's nothing, really. This poor guy. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. Shall we compare notes, then? I can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Wow. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh? How? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure that the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there was one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. Is it the autopsy? What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. Let's go! I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report? Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? Yes, but it's so. There were no obvious other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in it at all. Okay, so either someone actually did break his neck, or we go with the snake theory. The snake got around his neck, and then he just... No, that wouldn't have caused him to break his neck, would it? A snake can't break somebody's neck, could they? Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It's a possibility. No obvious wound would be left. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. Ooh boy. She feels a little guilty because she didn't trust me as much as this guy does. That's what you get for throwing me like 5 times. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? Wonder what he meant. It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? Ah, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. How could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean... That looks like a bell. That's really all I can tell you about at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewman's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to focus on. It was my responsibility. Dude, get some fucking rest. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. Heavy head? Thing. Ah! Look now, Horo-san. Demon Stroganoff has gone. Strog enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Said that already, dude. La la la. You hear that? La 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 la. In the great detective way. Rolling. I know that lark-like voice, but never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely. Before that stringy knot Blue Man comes back. It's strong enough, not stringy knot. Interesting. That case is open. Clothes are up too. Oh. Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste now, Horo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? Can't be long now that we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case now, Horo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Oh my, Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret, because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Bureau. There was a few books on the desk, nothing else but looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran from the ballet last night. How they occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. The ones with words? Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Pretty good guess. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It is rude to ask too much of people now, Horo-san. I only remember that. All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a different ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? I don't know. Should she really be practicing ballet on the same night as she ran away from the ballet company? Alright then. Must have been you. Lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. We're gonna fix it? But anyway, I'll set them all straight again here too. I don't like seeing things this way. Oh, Hodo-san, are you there? Sorry? I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. Full of beautiful outfits. Those are all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. So this ventilator connects to Cosmo's cabin next door. Yes, although what a for a shipboarder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe. It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Hey, what is the fucking reason for that? There's one of these next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. The bolt's drawn across. There's no way anyone could have entered the cabin from outside. Yes, it's not particularly heavy boat, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly, too. Stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either. Yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Bureau's rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. Probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. Just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh yes, so do I. Suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a little look and see what's thrown away? Now, Hodo-san. Poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Really nothing here. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. Like it was put there deliberately. Ah, do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? Nah, I think it was made so that the special friend could have someplace to get food or drink. What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is gonna sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. I'm running out of places to look. It would seem this teapot is empty. The natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people. Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either. Definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. I'll take that bet. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? Did I not observe everything here? What the fuck? What the fuck could I be missing? Got this, got this, got this, got this, this. Here, got this, got this. This way. Did this, did this. Try doing this, but don't let me do that. Got this, got these. This, got this. I wonder. Oh. What am I missing? Wait, hold on. I have an idea. If it's gone and he said he saw it, the ventilator. This is the ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. A few minutes before he died, customer saw something emerging from it. Speckled band described it. Only Miss Pavlova would have been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. I'm not sure. Oh, nothing. This is where Cosmo spent his final moments writing his diary. 1 to 3 a.m. Okay, we got this already. Stretch my legs. Oh, my legs. Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery now, Hodo-san. We will. So it's clear that these letters were written in the ink that was somehow spilled on the floor. They spell the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you now, Hodo-san, as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, it would have just spelled out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one factor remains. Hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian. It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. Looks like whatever it was that broke and cleaned in two. But the other half is nowhere to be seen. Then there's this brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish according to the great detective you seem to know all about. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective, of course. That's hardly a reason, is it? I've really observed, like, everything. All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin neatly arranged on the shelf. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh yes, and you tied them up, didn't you? You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy. Where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Demon Hosonaga did it. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I'll roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. Oh boy. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? Yep, and then you blamed him for the stuff just now. When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Alright, I think I have enough here. What am I missing? What am I? What the fuck am I missing? I hit every single point on here. The only thing that we really changed was this bookshelf. We looked in here, we found nothing. Looked on the top of here, we found nothing. Looked in here, we found nothing. Doesn't light up. What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Okay, well. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes. Look. Wow, never know when he's gonna turn up next, do you? Seems to be stealing a look at something as he thinks to himself. Ba la la, lira lira lay. I did the great detective way. Still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? High spirits. Blech. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, Lucky Hairlock was about. Excuse me? I solved it all and I stood tall. I did the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes. What is it? Want to fight? Discombobulate. Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, I was about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured that now's a good time as any. I nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away? I dare say, old chap, we ought to have a little bout now, old chap? Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log, as penned by a stockily built crewman usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. Did you find out anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. It means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun, but utterly blinded by it. Sorry? Logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that every 30 minutes? Like I said, this guy's sense of observation is fucking good. It's just everything else about him is, he put all his stocks into observation, I'll say. Nothing to report. Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean... Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something insignificant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribbling nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Ah, you're starting to understand that my way is, I see. Or what my way is. And what makes Sholmes Sholmes. Brilliance. Alrighty. Okay, let's not get too a hold of ourselves. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. You shouldn't be affected with a throbbing head this morning for nothing more. That's the third person who said that. Well, my friend, to our next encounter. Something wrong, Sotaro-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... Well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? But 4 people have had that? Interesting. What's that? Shutdown enters immediately. Vessel sighted at quarter mile 4. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? I can't stand. Sotaro-san, hold on to me. Sotaro-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san. It looks like we avoided a collision. I think... Yes, the ship has come to a stop. My goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No. Fine. Hello? Is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like Dr. Hosonaga. Is that you in there now, Naruto-san? Unbolt the door, quickly. What? The bolt? Look at that. The door's bolted. Did you do that, Cesaro-san? No, I didn't touch it. Oh, it can bolt when they're in... Oh, okay. Well, that just makes us go from a locked room mystery to a completely unlocked room mystery. Okay. That's strange. How did... Hodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I think this is a good place to stop for today. Yeah. Finish up this case in time. Yeah, this is a good place to stop. Okay. I'm going to go. Alrighty. Gonna find it's here. I'm just pretty close. Hopefully it's saved properly. Really bad if it's not. Really bad. Oops. Let's go say I had to be her birthday streamathons on right now. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. Okay, so so here's our plans. This is our first stream of the week. I forgot. So we have this today. Tomorrow we have some more Hollow Knight with Jay. Thursday we have with Chibi Robo, and Friday we have one DK Bonanza. And then what we'll probably do is I was gonna do Of the Devil yesterday, but something came up, so didn't do that. But next week we'll do Of the Devil, and we'll probably finish Of the Devil episode 1 next week. And then what I'll probably do is go back to my old habits of streaming Ace Attorney games twice a week, so Monday and Tuesday for a little bit, because I want to get Ace Attorney done like by the end of the year, but also want to do it like while giving myself some like breathing room just in case I want to play another game. Like I know like Off the Devil episode 2 is supposed to be coming out soon. I kind of want to play that when it comes out. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching the VOD, and bye.